What if I told you? NATO, the world's most powerful military alliance, could soon exist without the United States. No Washington. No Pentagon. No American nuclear umbrella. Sounds unthinkable, right? But today, in Europe's Arctic backyard, Greenland, the cracks are no longer theoretical. Context: Trump and Greenland. President Donald Trump has openly declared Greenland vital to U.S. national security, even floating the idea of turning it into America's 51st state. He claims NATO talks are already underway. But here's the shocker. Greenland belongs to Denmark, a NATO ally. For the first time in NATO's 76-year history, European countries are discussing protecting one member from another. France, Germany, Norway, and Sweden have already deployed troops to Greenland. EU flags are being planted. And Poland has openly warned this could end NATO. Let that sink in. The big question. So here's the uncomfortable question Europe is now forced to ask. Can Europe defend itself without America? And if yes, what would it cost? The $1 trillion reality. According to a hard-hitting report by the International Institute for Strategic Studies, IISS, the answer is brutal. To replace US military power in Europe, NATO's European members would need to spend $1 trillion over 25 years on top of existing defense budgets. Why? Because the US currently accounts for 65% of NATO's military spending. That includes intelligence and surveillance, air-to-air refueling, strategic airlift, missile defense, space and satellite systems. Without America, Europe would be, in the report's words, fighting blind. Manpower and time problem. Europe also faces a manpower crunch. Right now, NATO's European members have 1.5 million active troops. Without the US, they'd need at least 300,000 more soldiers, fast. Even optimists admit it would take 2 to 3 years just to unify command structures, doctrines, and logistics, and that's with US help during the transition. Without help, the system could collapse. The nuclear elephant. And then comes the biggest vulnerability of all, nuclear deterrence. Only France and the UK have nukes. Combined, around 515 warheads. Russia, over 5,000. The US, also over 5,000. A NATO without America would face a nuclear imbalance Europe has never experienced before. But America loses too. Here's what many people miss. America would lose big too. Access to 31 US bases in Europe, including Ramstein. Intelligence reach across Eurasia. And most importantly, money. US arms sales to Europe exploded after Ukraine. From $11 billion annually to $68 billion in 2024 alone. A militarily independent Europe would threaten US defense giants like Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, and Boeing. This wouldn't be a clean breakup. It would be a messy, expensive divorce. So here's where you come in. Can Europe realistically defend itself without the US? Should NATO remain US-led? Or evolve into a European-led alliance? Is Trump exposing NATO's weakness or accelerating its collapse? Drop your views in the comments. Like the video if you want deeper geopolitical breakdowns. Subscribe to Indosphere Media